So, hope you're doing great. Another live session from my studio on this 1st of November with me, if you like, Andy Globe. Yeah, today is the day of rest in Germany, and and yeah, I'm on a new track. Do quick proclaim and on my Facebook and YouTube for having live. Okay, maybe let's try it this way. Yeah, it's about it's Friday. We slowly but surely come to here having the weekend, but in terms of um, yeah, day of rest. So the program changed a bit. Um, I'm on a new track at the moment, and it's a track that I'm recorded um, a while ago. I think it was on 2022. Let me see what is the date exact. Um, yeah, kind of 11/4/2022. And like I said, a good track. A good track can take time to have some cool results. In terms of course, I'm playing music kind of every day or a lot of times outside and earn my money with music. Um, so the point of really being a studio musician or making CDs, at least in the town where I'm actually from, or most of the time of my life, are based. Um, Böbling um, is the coming down that I'm playing in public a lot and became, yeah, really a musician by playing music outside farmers markets gets developed and more. So um, the studio thing or the recording thing has changed a bit. The time was in Berlin. I was a lot of the time in restaurants at the evening, and during the day I was writing songs at the time and recording the albums um, by the traveling or the world tour to see what the world has to offer or how to get it done with the guitar and the vocal and the songs that I have. How is the response on the doors in towns in London? How do my first steps into the world really to make a life with music? Um, yeah, knocking on doors and more. Um, so where I was offering tracks like more or my Zoom Q3, and then it comes the time to make a new CD in Berlin then, and now is the time really to make a life out of music, a daily living by its solid kind of going out every day and play really on public places in shopping passages, on farmers markets and more, and make a really a life out of playing music by playing music, um, um, yeah, by a lifetime or during your lifetime, um, and receive yeah, money for that kind of. So really recording a lot of tracks, at least in a studio environment, became a bit rare, of course, by playing many hours a day outside, by not really staying in the studio all day. But so it was like concerts, hits, jams came around. So I record a lot of playing really outside. The radio or the live gets developed instead, and a lot of yeah, outside public recordings and composings all day um, came on or and comes across. So this is a new model of um, um, self-expression as an artist, as a musician, and more. But of course, recording in the studio by as well, by having the idea of it and the instrumental for it in the morning time before I leave the house to play in public. I compose, like you know, maybe it's on my life, um, my proclaim for it. So if it comes down, I record at the moment as well tracks for my studio, like No Slave. If you type in the word Andy Globe on Google, No Slave, there's a studio track of mine that I released a couple of months or nearly a year or something ago that comes to a remaster by the time as well, and by a single CD or a maxi CD. This is my next thought, because I love to do versions out of it, producing versions, because I develop the producing as well. Like I said, this is my yeah, second love or the home. Of course, I'm staying as musician, producing as well my own songs. For more, if love comes down um, um, to the playing guitar and sing to it. What is, I think this is the first thing I do for making a life out of it, for being an artist, for doing and having the love out of it by its natural. Started out with hip hop and rapping. What I do as well, so this is what it says Andy Globe for the Globe style, for doing everything what I love to do and more and develop it over the years just by having the love for it and go for it. Um, so yeah, No Slave was a releasing, and now the another track um, comes down. It says one and two. I have a couple of versions out on my um, YouTube and more with the guitar. A lot of versions, but I did an yeah, and recording version and instrumental and producing version as well. Um, and yeah, now it comes really down to the make the track, produce the track, mix the track, yeah, make it really CD, make it proper. I was like thinking, okay, should I show it in front of? But now I told a story kind of. It's a beautiful song. It's a nice one, and I want to, because it's the live coming down. I want to mix the song as well with you. If you like online, want to edit the song, let the song grow till the point of yeah, releasing, YouTube releasing or CD releasing. If you like, um, we'll do a couple of versions out of it, because I'm yeah, studying the producing, have the love for it, go for it, and more. And you're hardly invited to join the process. Um, that I'm going through with it. And yeah, you can walk the step or walk the path with me if you like, by enjoying the great music, my new equipment, the microphone, the Neumann I bought, the high end guitars that I bought, etc., etc. So um, yeah, let's go for it. Before I start to mix the song a bit, um, there's another story, but I will grab me a glass of water real quick. 1 second. So back on the microphone. Yeah, I was like thinking, okay, um, make a big thing out of it, a big story. It's not a big story. It's a song. Um, for me, as a songwriter, it's a song that says one and two. It's a song about staying with God. It's a song about um, do your thing and stay with God, and you will receive a happy life and a home, a basement, kind of, or an um, yeah, a spot you relate can relate to all um, days of your life, kind of. I think the home of God, and this is what you do as um, for being happy, for love, kind of. Like my new saying or my new slogan is um, do what you do or do what you love to do in life, and go for it, and you will receive a great life. Go for it with God. You don't should be or have um, fear of something or fear for something. I think this is what I think the Holy Script, the Bible, is proclaims to the max or under dashes by its main point. Do what you love to do in life, and go for it, and don't have to fear to go for it, um, and you will receive kind of a paradise or a beautiful life. And this, I think, what is the main focus of the Bible. I think this is how at least how I get it, or how I can tell it so far as being a musician. Go for that what I do or want to do in my life, and stay with God, and don't have to fear to go for it. And I think this is the what the song one and two is about. Um, to start your life with God, and yeah, go for it, and you will receive a great life. Um, Before I will go to the song and start a bit to mix, um, yeah, would love to do a pre-releasing of the song, because it's a beautiful song, etc., etc. But I came down with I want to do many versions of it, and I want to let the song a bit grow. I have many ideas of mixing it, maybe more ideas of arranging to it. So if this really project is finished or really to release, it will take a long time. So instead of, I think I go for live and let it grow by public and by people who want to join. Um, yeah. So I start now the song and start to mix it. Um, I recorded a lot of vocals. Do the. This is how I zoom with the script. Hold on a second. You will see me in next videos as well. Again, I will show up here and there. I told you about it, but it's about music. This is in the first. If you want to see a picture of me, there are a lot of pictures around on my Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. But I will show up sometimes here and there as well on my producing videos. But if I always have to feel, if you see the person and the music, it's a bit confusing sometimes, which will concentrate me on the person or the gimmick or the music. So of course, as a musician, I decide to do music. Will proclaim the music. Um, yeah, I produced a song. Um, um, in a system that yeah, it came to me somehow. As a musician, you grow, and of course, you as a founder, you found a lot of things. Um, but as more things get professional and professional, and you really get invited to the yeah to the professional league, I would say. You catch or you catch phrases kind of and um, yeah, go for it. It's a system that says 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a composing system, and the harmonies of the chords are. Um, let me let me think about it. It is C at 2. It's AM6. It's F at 2, and it's G6. And back. So the system is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I played a guitar to it. It's recorded with my Neumann microphone. It's the U87 on my booth that I posted somehow on my Facebook. My self-made booth with the blankets and the strings. And in this room that I'm staying at, I posted some pictures. I think I did a little reporting about it earlier on. And then played a lot of melodies and ideas on top of the guitar. And then I started to record the vocals, and I did kind of how I do it. Maybe 20 or 25 lines of vocals to it, and then I started to cut out the vocals. You will get it in the process now. We walk together, if you like, how to produce or how I produce my songs, at least for now. The system I taught myself over years, being or want to be a musician, want to do make tracks, how to do tracks, how to compose tracks, how to record tracks, how to arrange tracks, etc., etc. So let's see. I'm going for a version of um, don't do anything to the track right now because edited raw or with a big pencil, and with my Catron keyboard it sounds pretty cool, pretty mixed. Before I really start to and not the complete song and do versions out of it. I will do an let's say an direct mix or a direct bounce or a direct cut out of it. I'll start now really with the as far or as much as possible with the main bus section. If you see my program, I think so. The main bus section, and I will mix it um, big pencil as much as possible. So let's see about that. I don't go through the whole song now. This will I will do for later on. I will repost the song many times on YouTube, maybe during the session of producing the track. You will get it by following the live section if you like. So one and two, let's see about that. One and two. The promises, the winds of it, broken homes and produce of it. One and two, red and blue, under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue, under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. Never was close, never was free, never and gone. Know what I mean? They promises, the winds of it, broken homes and the bills of it. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. Promises, the winds of it, broken homes and produce of it. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you. Oh, I wanna turn red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you. Oh, I wanna turn red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you. Oh, I wanna turn red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you. Oh, me and you. Turn red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you. Wanna turn red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you. I wanna turn. So let's see about that. I think it's a great song. Um, let's check out the sound. It's based on my Catron keyboard. Can have a solo if, of course, if needed, follows a new structure. So over the time by doing professional um, music and studying music more and more, a new system kind of came to me that achieved um, over I don't know 1-2 years kind of new songwriting methods, and this is a new method compared to my girls guitars opera folk CD. Kind of really started from scratch again. um, yeah because was getting touched more and more to the profound and professional maybe league of doing music, um, and so I started really to study a new system, to found a new system, and this is kind of the result of it. It's a system that is really, I think, based on time, um, or a time structure of composing and songwriting. It's a very, I think, a very mathematical system. So yeah, let's go for the mixing of it. Like I said, maybe a solo here and there, and then it comes down to versions of it, making versions of it. I will rebuild the song, I think, again, just with the guitar and the vocals. Let's see about that. I will talk now a bit less and go more for the sound. The promises, the winds of it, broken homes and the dues of it. Wanna turn red and blue, under that sky, me and you. I wanna turn
turn red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, blue. I wanna turn red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, blue. I wanna turn red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, blue. I wanna turn red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, blue. Wanna red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, blue. I wanna red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, blue. Never was broke, never was free, never and broke. Know what I mean? If I'm a shirt, the wines of good, broken homes and repairs of good. Wanna turn red and blue, blue, under the sky, me and you, blue. Wanna turn red and blue, blue, under that sky, me and you, blue. Wanna turn red and blue, under the sky, me and you, blue. I wanna turn red and blue, under that sky, me and you, blue. By myself, the winds of it, broken homes and produce of it. Wanna turn red and blue, blue, under that sky, me and you, blue. I wanna turn red and blue, blue, under the sky, me and you, blue. I wanna turn red and blue, blue, under that sky, me and you, blue. I wanna turn red and
Would
blue.
be cool. You could see my plugin settings, but I think it's the availability um, isn't there. Maybe it's because it's Cubase 5 still, or maybe it's a gimmick for the future for programming the Cubase Steinberg or the YouTube apps kind of, or it's a button that I don't get so far. So I'm queuing at the moment a bit
Under the
the
sky,
track.
me and
You will hear it
turn
by sharing
red and
attention
blue,
if you like on
blue.
the speakers.
Under that sky, me and you, blue. I wanna red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, blue. I wanna red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, blue. Wanna red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, blue. Wanna red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, blue. I wanna red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, blue. I wanna red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, blue. I wanna red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you.
So that's what I said. I'm doing a raw bounce of the mixin. I will release that and then go from there. This is for yeah, I just throw out stuff like I said, or I just release stuff. This is for donating most of the time because maybe later on I put it somehow to my Fire account and maybe print it for a CD when the booklet is finished for the song. Maybe I'm going for a T-shirt um, of it or for the time period that I'm at the moment for a little merchandise and stuff. Um, but yeah, I love to do that live. Um, This is kind of my entertainment as well. So etc. So I do a raw bounce. I'm just filling and adding stuff now what I think needs the song more to sound cool.
Under the sky, me and you, oh, I wanna touch,
So
touch,
don't church now between versions. I'll do one version and do another version and try to make them finish and give them out for listening and enjoying. Because it's that because I play every single note of the arrangement and it's a very large arrangement. This is kind of an orchestration kind of. Um, there are many arrangements possible on my new system that or came up with that I'm developing. Um, and my idea of mixing the song at the moment is this the best way just to fill now the rest of it what's necessary to really to sound okay. This is a cool song, at least for my ears. Is kind of you build a house and now you glue the walls together. Kind of you make them dry, you make them um, water resistant. You fill up these little holes and these little spares that are over um, between the walls and maybe the roof and the door, um, etc., etc. So you kit now the song together and really try to put the cherry on top of the pie um, if you know what I mean, if my English is correct, etc., etc.
wanna touch, the promise, the winds of it, broken homes and the dues of it. Wanna touch, red and blue, under that sky, me and you, do. Wanna touch, touch, red and blue, blue, under the sky, me and you, do. I wanna touch, touch, red and blue, blue, under that sky, me and you, do. I wanna touch, red and blue, blue, under the sky, me and you, do. I wanna touch, touch, red and blue, blue, under that sky, me and you, do. Wanna touch, touch, red and blue, blue, under the sky, me and you, oh, I wanna touch, touch.
The voice is a bit more dry than the rest of the arrangement, of course, because it's recorded separately.
Red and blue, blue, red and blue, that sky, me and you. Oh, never was good, never was sweet, never ain't gold. Know what I mean? It promises the wines of it, broken homes and the bells of it. Wanna turn, turn, red and blue, blue, under the sky, me and you, too. Wanna turn, turn, red and blue, blue, under that sky, me and you, too. Wanna turn, red and blue, under the
Oh,
sky,
the two
me
downs
and you, too.
mixing
Wanna
comes
turn,
across a bit.
red and blue, under that sky, me and you, too. By myself, the winds of it, broken homes and the dues of it. Wanna touch, two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One, two, two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One, two, two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One, two, two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One, two, two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One, two, two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One, two, two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, blue. One, two, two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, blue.
Maybe there on this point I will go for a break. Thought about a solo, but I think this is the point where you let the vocals out. Um, we added a new system to it, and I was singing the song maybe, or yeah, from beginning to end. This is my system. I learned the lyrics, write the lyrics, then I learned the song to the point really I don't have to think about the lyrics anymore most of the time, and then I record it the way I feel it. And because I do it all by myself and I do it alone, um, I don't listen to the tracks. Then I record as much as possible to the point I say, okay, no, I recorded enough, and then I'm coming back a couple of times later to really to clean up the song now, to really pick out the nuggets and make it, yeah, make it solid, make it solve kind of. And this is what I do now. So I record, of course, as much as possible, better than you record maybe too less, and have to build up the mic again, build up the booth again, coming up by a different reverb, coming up by a different voice strong, if you like. If you record maybe 2 3 years later to the song or months later, it sounds a bit different. So and when my thought is always when I come to a recording session, I want to record as much as possible and then come back to it when I really out of the recording session. At least now in this room in the at the environment where I'm at the moment, um, then I will come back in quiet and settled, and then come up with the next steps to it, the editing, the mixing, etc., etc. So yeah, I think I've recorded enough, and now I'm going to the arrangement. Of course, if you have to record something again, if it's that necessary, it's no problem to go for a mic again, etc., etc. But I think yeah I'm good with it. Yeah, last minutes of my life. Stay tuned for more of the mixing session of 1 and 2.
One and two. The promises, the winds of it, broken homes and the dues of it. One and two, red and blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under the sky, me and you, two. One and two, red and blue, blue. Under that sky, me yeah, yeah. Oh, never a trouble, never a scream.
Yeah, that's it about that. Stay tuned for more if you like. Thanks for tuning in. See us around if you like. Any globe, bye bye.